Have you ever experienced a coincidence so perfect that it felt like the universe was trying to tell you something? Maybe you were thinking about an old friend, and they called you out of the blue. Or you kept seeing the same number, phrase, or symbol everywhere you looked. These moments, often called synchronicities, might seem random, but what if they're not? What if synchronicities are more than coincidences? What if they're clues? Evidence that parallel worlds are interacting with your reality. For decades, scientists and spiritual seekers alike have been fascinated by the possibility that our universe isn't the only one. The theory of parallel worlds suggests that infinite versions of reality coexist, each slightly different from the next. Synchronicities, some believe, may be moments where these realities overlap, leaving traces in our lives. In this video, we'll explore what synchronicities really are, how they might connect to parallel worlds, stories and evidence that reveal the hidden links between these phenomena. Let's dive in. What are synchronicities, and how do they work? Imagine waking up one morning with a thought lingering in your mind. A word, a number, or even a memory. As you go about your day, that same thought seems to follow you. You hear it in a stranger's conversation, see it on a billboard, or stumble upon it in a book you weren't planning to read. These moments of alignment feel like more than mere chance. They're synchronicities. Coined by the Swiss psychologist Carl Jung, synchronicity refers to meaningful coincidences, events that appear connected by more than random chance. Unlike ordinary coincidences, synchronicities carry a sense of purpose or resonance, as though they're trying to convey a message specifically to you. The psychology of synchronicity, Jung believed synchronicities were a bridge between the conscious mind and the unconscious, offering insights into our inner world. He described them as moments when external events align with our thoughts, emotions, or desires in ways that feel deeply personal. For example, imagine someone struggling with a big decision, like leaving their job to pursue a dream. They might repeatedly encounter symbols of freedom, a bird flying, the word courage appearing in unexpected places, or even stories about people who took similar leaps of faith. These signs are not random. They reflect the person's inner conflict and encourage them to move forward. The role of energy and intention. While Jung's theories focus on the psychological aspect of synchronicity, many spiritual teachings suggest that these events are tied to energy and intention. The idea is that your thoughts and emotions emit a vibration, which interacts with the universe. Synchronicities occur when your energy aligns with the flow of life, creating moments where the external world mirrors your internal state. This is why people often report more synchronicities during periods of change or heightened emotion. When you're intensely focused on something, whether it's a goal, a question, or even a feeling, your energy becomes a magnet for experiences that resonate with your focus. How synchronicities differ from coincidences. It's important to distinguish synchronicities from mere coincidences. While coincidences are random and lack meaning, synchronicities feel significant. They're the moments that make you stop and wonder, what are the odds? Take the example of meeting someone new. A coincidence might be bumping into them twice in 1 week. A synchronicity, however, could involve discovering you share an uncommon interest or realizing they have exactly the knowledge or resources you've been seeking. These events feel orchestrated, as though they're part of a greater plan. Synchronicities as messages. Many believe that synchronicities are messages from the universe or your higher self, guiding you toward growth or helping you navigate life's challenges. They often appear when you're at a crossroads, offering subtle nudges in the right direction. For instance, someone contemplating a move to a new city might start seeing the city's name in unexpected places, on signs, in conversations, or even in dreams. These recurring symbols serve as confirmation, encouraging them to trust their intuition. Synchronicity in science and nature. Even in nature, we see patterns that resemble synchronicity. Think of how flocks of birds or schools of fish move in perfect harmony, responding to unseen signals. These phenomena suggest that interconnectedness is a fundamental principle of the universe. In quantum physics, the concept of entanglement offers a parallel idea. When particles become entangled, they remain connected regardless of distance, influencing each other instantaneously. Some theorists speculate that synchronicities might operate on a similar principle, reflecting hidden connections between seemingly unrelated events. A doorway to something greater. Synchronicities invite us to look beyond the surface and explore the deeper connections between our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. They challenge us to consider the possibility that life isn't random, but guided by unseen forces that align with our energy and intentions. As we dive deeper, we'll explore how these meaningful coincidences could be linked to parallel worlds, offering a glimpse into the infinite possibilities that exist beyond our current reality. How synchronicities could be linked to parallel worlds. What if the synchronicities you experience aren't just reflections of your inner world, but evidence of something even more profound? Imagine that each time you encounter a meaningful coincidence, it's not just your energy aligning with the universe. It's a moment where parallel worlds interact, creating ripples that you can perceive. The idea of parallel worlds, also known as the multiverse, suggests that countless versions of reality coexist simultaneously. Each version represents a different outcome of choices, events, and possibilities. Some scientists, like those studying the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, believe that every decision splits reality into multiple branches, creating infinite timelines. The mechanics of synchronicity across realities. Now, think about synchronicities within this framework. These meaningful coincidences might occur when timelines overlap or when energy flows between dimensions, briefly connecting different versions of reality. For instance, you might be thinking about a specific outcome, like starting a new career path, while another version of you in a parallel world is actively living that reality. The synchronicities you experience, hearing about job opportunities, meeting someone in the field, or seeing recurring symbols, could be echoes from that parallel timeline, guiding you toward alignment. Quantum physics and dimensional overlap. The science of quantum mechanics provides intriguing insights into how synchronicities and parallel worlds could intersect. Quantum entanglement. As discussed earlier, entangled particles remain connected across vast distances, influencing one another instantaneously. Some theorists suggest that this principle might apply to consciousness, linking individuals to alternate versions of themselves in parallel dimensions. Wave-particle duality. In experiments like the famous double-slit test, particles behave as both waves and particles, depending on observation. This suggests that reality isn't fixed. It's shaped by consciousness. Synchronicities could be moments where your awareness shifts, briefly tuning into another dimension. Evidence of multidimensional influence people who experience frequent synchronicities often describe them as moments of heightened awareness, where reality feels more fluid or expansive. These sensations might be signs of multidimensional influence, where energy or information from parallel worlds seeps into your current experience. Case example. A man named Daniel shared his story of repeatedly encountering the phrase, "trust the leap," during a time of uncertainty. He saw it on a stranger's t-shirt, heard it in a song, and even noticed it in graffiti. The synchronicity felt like a message encouraging him to take a risk, and he did. Reflecting later, he wondered if those signs were nudges from a version of himself in another timeline who had already taken the leap and found success. Dreams as portals to parallel worlds. Dreams are another area where synchronicities and parallel realities might intersect. Many spiritual traditions view dreams as portals to other dimensions, allowing your consciousness to explore alternate versions of reality. Imagine dreaming about an experience so vivid it feels more real than waking life. Meeting someone you've never encountered, visiting a place you've never seen, or living a completely different life. Some believe these dreams are glimpses into parallel timelines, where your soul briefly connects with another version of itself. Why parallel worlds could create synchronicities? If parallel worlds are real, why would they create synchronicities in your life? The answer lies in the concept of resonance. Every version of you in the multiverse carries an energetic signature, and these signatures can influence one another. When you're aligned with your purpose or at a pivotal moment in your life, the energy between timelines might become more connected, creating synchronicities that guide you toward growth and transformation. It's as if the universe is helping you navigate the infinite possibilities available to you. A bridge between dimensions. By considering the link between synchronicities and parallel worlds, we expand our understanding of these phenomena. They're not just chance events or psychological patterns, they're glimpses into a multiverse brimming with potential, where every moment holds the possibility of connection and discovery. In the next section, we'll explore real-life stories and evidence that illustrate this connection, showing how synchronicities have changed lives and opened doors to new realities. Real-life stories and evidence linking synchronicities to parallel worlds. Throughout history and across cultures, people have shared stories of extraordinary synchronicities that changed their lives. These experiences often feel guided by forces beyond comprehension, leaving a lingering question. Could these moments be influenced by parallel worlds interacting with our own? The ripple effect of synchronicities. One remarkable story involves Claire, an artist who had always dreamed of moving to a specific city but lacked the confidence to take the leap. Over the span of a few weeks, she began encountering that city's name everywhere. In conversations, books, and even an old postcard she found in a drawer. The tipping point came when she dreamt vividly of walking its streets, feeling an overwhelming sense of belonging. Trusting the synchronicities, she made the move. Shortly after, she found success in her career, attributing the sequence of events to guidance from a higher alignment. Could these synchronicities have been nudges from a version of Claire in a parallel world where she was already thriving in that city? Evidence from cultural and spiritual traditions. Synchronicities aren't a new phenomenon. Many cultures and spiritual practices recognize them as markers of alignment with universal energy, and sometimes as evidence of multidimensional realities. Shamanic practices. In indigenous traditions, synchronicities are often seen as messages from the spirit world. Shamans believe that these moments reveal the interconnectedness of all things and offer insights into alternate realms. Tibetan Buddhism. The concept of the bardo describes transitional states between life and death, where the boundaries of reality blur. Synchronicities during these transitions are viewed as signs of interdimensional interaction. Western mysticism. The Hermetic principle. As above, so below, suggests that events in one plane of existence reflect those in another, offering a framework for understanding synchronicities as echoes between worlds. Science meets the mystical. While spiritual traditions have long recognized the significance of synchronicities, modern science provides new ways of understanding their connection to parallel worlds. The Mandela effect. One intriguing phenomenon linked to parallel realities is the Mandela effect, where groups of people recall events or details differently from recorded history. For example, some remember the Berenstain Bears spelled as Berenstein. These collective discrepancies lead some to believe that parallel worlds occasionally overlap, creating mismatched memories and synchronicities. Quantum theory and multiverse. Scientific models, such as string theory and the many worlds interpretation, suggest that our universe might be one of many. If these theories are correct, synchronicities could occur when dimensions momentarily intersect, allowing energy or information to transfer across timelines. Personal encounters with synchronicities and parallel realities. Many people report synchronicities that defy logic yet feel deeply significant. Story of the lost journal. James, a writer, lost a journal filled with ideas for a book he had been working on for years. He was devastated, but decided to let it go. Months later, while visiting a secondhand bookstore, he came across a journal identical to his own. To his shock, it was his journal, complete with his handwriting and notes. The odds of this encounter seemed astronomical, leading him to question whether it was just luck or a sign from a parallel version of himself who ensured the journal found its way back. Recurring numbers. Another common experience involves recurring numbers, like 1111 or 333, appearing repeatedly in meaningful moments. These numbers often coincide with significant life decisions or realizations, leaving people to wonder if they're subtle nudges from parallel timelines aligning with their current path. The role of dreams and visions. Dreams often serve as bridges between dimensions, offering glimpses into parallel worlds. People frequently describe dreams that feel so vivid and coherent. They question whether they were living another life. One woman shared her experience of dreaming about a house she had never seen. Years later, she stumbled upon that exact house while traveling. The encounter felt more than coincidental, as though her dream self had visited a reality where she already knew the place. What these stories teach us. These accounts, whether mystical, scientific, or deeply personal, point to a shared truth. Synchronicities are more than random events. They're moments where the boundaries between realities thin, allowing energy, ideas, or experiences to flow between dimensions. They remind us that the universe is vast and interconnected, and that our lives are part of a greater web of possibilities. By noticing and trusting these signs, we open ourselves to the guidance and wisdom of parallel worlds. What synchronicities are guiding you? Take a moment to reflect on your own life. Have you experienced moments where everything seemed to align perfectly, where a coincidence felt too meaningful to ignore? Maybe you've noticed recurring symbols, met the right person at just the right time, or had dreams that felt like glimpses into another version of yourself. Synchronicities aren't just random events. They're invitations. They encourage you to pause, reflect, and explore the hidden connections in your life. These moments often arise during times of uncertainty or change, acting as guideposts to help you navigate what's next. Questions for reflection. What synchronicities have stood out to you recently? What might they be trying to tell you? Are there recurring themes, symbols, or numbers that seem to follow you? How do you feel when these moments happen? Inspired, curious, or perhaps a little unsettled? By asking these questions, you open yourself to the possibility that synchronicities are more than chance. They could be messages from the universe, or even from parallel worlds, encouraging you to trust the path you're on. The connection between synchronicity and purpose. Each synchronicity you notice is a reminder that your life is part of something greater. These moments help you see that you're not navigating life alone. There's a deeper intelligence at work, aligning circumstances in ways that support your growth. Trusting these signs requires letting go of doubt and embracing curiosity. The more you pay attention to synchronicities, the more you'll notice how often they appear, as if the universe is responding to your willingness to listen. Share your story. Have you experienced a synchronicity that changed the course of your life? How did it feel, and what did it teach you? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience might inspire others to trust the signs in their own journey. Synchronicities. Messages from a multidimensional universe. Synchronicities are far more than random events. They're windows into the interconnected nature of reality, where thoughts, emotions, and even parallel worlds converge to create moments of profound meaning. These experiences remind us that life is a dance of infinite possibilities, and by paying attention, we can uncover guidance, clarity, and connection. By recognizing synchronicities as potential messages from parallel worlds, you open yourself to a deeper understanding of your place in the universe. These signs are not just about chance. They're about purpose, alignment, and the realization that you are part of something greater. Trust the signs. Take the leap. The next time you notice a synchronicity, don't dismiss it as coincidence. Instead, pause and ask, what is this moment trying to tell me? How does this experience resonate with where I am in my life? Trusting these moments can lead to unexpected opportunities, personal growth, and a sense of alignment with your highest path. Join the conversation. Have you experienced a synchronicity that felt like a message from another dimension? What impact did it have on your life? Share your story in the comments. Your insights could inspire someone else to embrace the signs in their own journey. If this exploration resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of life. Together, we can uncover the truths that connect us to the infinite possibilities of existence. The universe is always speaking. Are you ready to listen